What's up, Totem Pole Nation? Welcome back to Lambo and Matt's World of Sports. Today, we are getting into Darvin Ham being fired after 2 seasons in LA. First season, obviously, ended in them getting swept in the Western Conference Finals. This year, they lose earlier than that. He had a 90-74 record in those 2 seasons. We'll get into who are the possible replacements and what we think of this move in general. Before we do all that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Visit totempolenation.com to get some gear, support the boys. Our socials are scrolling below. If you have any ideas about what you want us to talk about, hit us up there. We'll get to that on an episode. Let's get into Darvin Ham leaving the Lakers right now.
Another mic check or no?
You're good.
Okay. Darvin Ham. Well, the only reason why Darvin Ham got a job is because of Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks. That's the only reason. Just the success that he had under Mike Budenholzer. Mike Budenholzer shouldn't have got fired. That's a whole different subject for later. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James is not the greatest of all time. Michael Jordan is. How many excuses are we going to give LeBron? He gets to pick his own roster. He gets to pick his own coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lakers in general, I'm talking about the Lakers, they had 6 head coaches in 13. Oh, my God. How many coaches do you have to have? It was David Black in Cleveland to Ty Lue. Then you went to the Lakers, you got Luke Walton, and now oh, Lord.
Luke Walton was already there, correct?
Well, he was already there. But just as far as LeBron gets to choose. LeBron gets to choose what coach he wants, what players he has.
I have a counter to that right away.
Really?
And then we'll get back to the topic. Look at the record that these coaches have with LeBron and then their record when they're coaching anywhere else. All right? David Blatt got fired, didn't do shit, went back to wherever he's from. He didn't do anything else in the NBA. All right? Tyronn Lue, he left Cleveland. He didn't get T. Lue fired. He went to the Clippers, and he's had marginal success. But with a super talented roster, they haven't really done shit. Now, we'll get to him possibly joining the Lakers later. I think that would be a good reunion. I think you do too. But we'll get to that later. Luke Walton just got ran out by the Kings, and they are significantly better than they were when he was the coach. Frank Vogel just got fired, or is getting ready to get the boot in Phoenix with a loaded roster as well that they handpicked, that KD handpicked. Just look at the success elsewhere. And if you want to bring up Mike, what did Phil Jackson do when he went to another team? He won 5 more championships. So, wow. And I get it. I get it. He had Kobe, but
I was gonna get to that actually. Now, as far as the Lakers in general, 6 head coaches in 13 years, it's hard to have the expectations of Phil Jackson. That's hard. Nobody has been able to succeed them. That's the toughest part. But I'm just sick of the excuses when it comes to the Lakers. We have the roster. We have this team. Your bench ain't good enough. LeBron is still averaging great numbers and still can't win. AD's played the most games he's played in a season probably since he first came into the NBA, and it's still not enough.
Did you watch that game? AD folded. He folded at the end. He didn't play the last 10 minutes because he got brushed on the shoulder or whatever. He played a lot in the regular season, but when it mattered in an elimination game, he didn't play the last 10 minutes of it. So I hear you there. The Darvin Ham complaints, they didn't just start this year. They were going on last year as well. He stands there on the sidelines with his hands in his pockets. He doesn't make adjustments. And some people are seeing that video of LeBron taking the clipboard and drawing up the play instead of Darvin Ham as a bad thing. He's one of the, if not the best basketball mind as a player of all time. He's been in the league for 21 years. Let him draw up the play. I don't see why that was a big deal to some people. But in general, the critiques have been there for Darvin Ham since his arrival. And at first it's like, all right, it's his first season as a head coach. We'll adjust. He'll learn to make adjustments and stuff. And it just didn't seem like he was doing that. And you can tell that by the frustration in the players after these games. And it's a lot of it's pointed towards the coaching. Austin Reeves had to scream on the sideline for him to get put back into a game after whoever was out there at the 2 was getting cooked.
Well, this is LeBron's last year in LA. You see this Lakers jersey? This is the last time LeBron will wear a Lakers jersey. LeBron's either going to go just destinations, back to Cleveland, possibly Golden State, because Klay Thompson is going to be a free agent. I mean, whoever offers Klay Thompson the most money. Philly would be nice. I mean, how many excuses we gonna give damn near Philly? Embiid, Maxey are the system, and Philly, they're the system. You telling me that you're paid Tobias Bumfuck Harris over Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, he's done though. I'm pretty sure this was the last year of his deal. I think we're good on that.
Good Lord. I mean,
0 points. 0 points in an elimination game.
0. I think LeBron, or if LeBron decides to stay because he can wait out till June 29th and this little player option that he has in his contract, or if the Lakers have, depending on their draft spot, I don't know if they can get a lottery pick or not, if they can draft Bronny and see if he stays. I mean, we'll see. I mean, with 2 picks, you only had first and second round of the NBA draft. You only got 2 picks from each team, maybe 3 depending on trades you made in the past. Maybe you can get Bronny, but if in the first round you're not taking Bronny, go take somebody else. You might take Bronny last. But that just depends on what coach they get. I think the head coach candidates, you can get Ty Lue. Why JJ Redick? Because they do a show together. Why JJ Redick? JJ Redick, all of a sudden he's just a mastermind in basketball because he does a podcast with LeBron.
Well, no, he is. We have to give him credit. He is a very, very intelligent person that has an extremely high basketball IQ. That's fine. The Lakers cannot hire another first-year head coach. That Frank Vogel, first-year head coach, they won a ring. So, credit to Vogel there, but it fell apart after that. And he was gone. Now he's been run out of Phoenix as well, or he's about to. They cannot hire another first-year head coach. Darvin Ham lies on the last year that LeBron is here. And if you have, I think if they go to the Western Conference Finals this year, he could stay. I don't see why, if they can build something, he wouldn't. But if he's got 2-3 years left, I think 3 is generous. Maybe 2. So you don't think you're gonna hire an experienced head coach to make sure that
Mike
these
Budenholzer
years go as smooth as possible?
Mike Budenholzer from the Bucks, he should have never got fired.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, I was reading articles about this, and everyone's talking about all these assistants that could be up for it and everything. And it's just, I get it. You want to hire the next wave of good basketball minds and coaches and stuff, but you cannot. I don't think you can gamble these last couple years of this window you have with a top 2 player of all time. I'll say that so we don't have to argue. AD, and then the supporting cast that they have around them, young pieces, experienced guys. You can't gamble that on a rookie head coach again. Because now your window's even shorter. When they hired Darvin Ham, the window was wider. It didn't work. You can't just go and try the same thing again with a new rookie head coach. You got to get someone with experience.
And this LeBron's approval is LeBron's team. I mean, he gets to pick the players. He gets to have his say and whatever. And I'm not against that. But how many excuses we gonna give the man why they can't win anything?
We can't act like he has full GM control. I understand that he has influence, but the way that you're talking right now and the way that people talk on Twitter, it sounds like he's got his own office with the desk right next to the GM's office. That's he has influence. I'm not denying that. He has a very heavy influence. The man's not the GM. If he had it completely his way, I'm sure they'd be way over the salary cap, Like, you have to work with what you can. He understands how much money he's making, and so does the team. So you have to build around two max contract players, super max contract players. Like, it's just, you got to do what
AD needs to go.
you think.
AD needs to be gone. D'Lo need to be gone too.
Yeah, D'Lo's. If anything, he's like the sixth or seventh man off the. You know,
Austin Reeves is a hit or miss because he don't play defense.
yeah, I would want another year or two with Reeves over D'Lo. Like, if we're
What
picking,
about what about Rui Hachimura?
I'd keep him. I'd keep
Torian
him.
Prince?
No, you can find another Torian Prince.
He the only guy that's scoring off the bench.
No, I understand. Like, I'm not shitting on him as a player, but like, we can't act like seventh, eighth guys off the bench aren't like kind of a dime a dozen. It's just who works and who doesn't in that system.
Well,
And I
they
guess
gotta find a bench because they don't have one. They know that if they don't have a bench, they're not beating the Timberwolves, they're not beating the Nuggets.
dude, if they somehow won that series and they were playing the Timberwolves, they would get destroyed by this Timberwolves team. So, like, regardless of how this series turned out, they were going to get knocked out this next round anyways. So Darvin Ham would have been gone regardless. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what they do because the roster is always hyped up in the preseason by a lot of Lakers fans, and that's fine. Every team does that unless you're like garbage, right? So you can't blame them too much, but at the same time, when it comes down to the playoffs, it's all these excuses. So I hear you there, but I don't think we can just pin it on GM LeBron. Like,
It's 50% LeBron and it's 50% the head coach and Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss.
yeah,
I'll split it equally. They all deserve some criticism. They all do. Because I mean, how long LeBron gonna play in the NBA? Now every time he's done with the season, he don't know if he wants to stay or wants to go. It's taking a toll on the man, mentally, because they're just not winning. He went to the Lakers to win. They're not winning. The Western Conference ain't good enough. It's not good enough. Getting knocked out in the first round ain't good enough. How do you lose to the same team 12 times? How? 12 times?
well, that's kind of what goes back to the Darvin Ham thing. Like, brother, make a fucking adjustment. Like, do something because it's clearly not working. Everything that you've drawn up in your office before a game, this is the game plan. This is how we're going to beat Denver. And you couldn't do it. So, like, change something, dude. That's kind of what I'm saying. LeBron, we'll watch him go out there and put up the same career average he's had his entire 21-year career, just 27, 7, and 7. And he's damn near 40. You can't just rely on that all the time. And if your head coach is just standing on the sidelines with his hands in his pockets, letting teams go on like 17-0 runs before calling a timeout, like, that happened multiple times. Teams go on crazy runs, and Darvin Ham waits until it's like, wow, we've dug ourselves a super deep hole here to call a timeout.
You know what's funny? The Lakers are not even trash. They were up every single game of the series.
Yeah.
And they still lose.
Mm-hmm.
12 in game 1, 20 in game 2, 15 in game 3. Game 4, I'm surprised you didn't kept the lead. I guess that was scripted. I mean, goddamn, they weren't going to lose that. The NBA couldn't stand them getting swept again. That would be another, not another, but it'll be more harsh than what it is now. And in game 5, Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's is a Hall of Famer and whatnot. So he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, them clutch shots he's made. Game 2 or 3, and then game 5, that buzzer beater. I mean, yeah. I mean, but I'm just. What's next for the Lakers? I mean, are we going to get the same expectations? Is LeBron going to bring in another superstar? Paul, I mean, how many more superstars LeBron going to bring to win the team? Kyrie ain't coming back.
Come on, brother.
I'm just being honest.
Let's look at their cap space for next year.
I know Austin Reeves, D'Lo, and Hachimura, I think, are free agents.
All right. No, D'Lo's under contract next year. Rui's under contract. They got him an extension. Austin signed an extension. They're paying Gabe Vincent $11 million a year.
He barely played. Darvin Ham, he barely played.
Jared Vanderbilt is signed
Injured.
for 4 years. He doesn't do really that much on offense, but we can't deny that
he was hurt. It's hard.
When he's on the court, I feel like he does a good job of doing what he's supposed to do. He's not out there to score a bunch, right?
Yeah.
Looking down here, Christian Wood is on an player
Spencer
option.
Dinwiddie. They got him in trade last year. Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, he'll be a free agent. Jackson Hayes, he didn't play at all. Got player option as well. Cam Reddish, player option. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't think you can just roll out this same roster, but they have a lot of guys signed to a lot of money.
They gonna ask him to take a pay cut, or they're gonna ask him to go. That's what Rob Pelinka.
They're gonna start trading guys.
They're gonna trade him. Don't be surprised if the package goes to Philly. Don't be surprised if LeBron wants to go to Philly. Do not be surprised. Embiid, Maxey, that's a great fit. I don't think he goes back to the Mavericks because I don't think he wants to play. The Mavericks one is tough because you're gonna, Luka got all the money. Kyrie just got another 3-year extension. I mean, the Mavericks have room to pay. If LeBron were to go to the Mavericks, do the Mavericks have enough money?
I doubt it. They're paying
Luka money.
How many supermaxes are you allowed to have on a team? Because they're giving Luka the complete max of what you're allowed to give a player.
Then Kyrie got another extension as well.
Hold on, let me look.
3-year extension. I don't know if it's 2 or 3, but I mean the concern of the Dallas Mavericks is that they don't have bigs that contribute.
Luka's making $43 million next year. Kyrie's making $40 next year. But I mean, outside of that, they could definitely trade 1 or 2 of these guys that's making like 15 to 10. And then other than that, they just got a lot of guys on like $5 million deals. So, I mean, they could. I feel like they could, but having 3 guys making 40 mil probably it's what we just saw in Phoenix. It's having 3 guys that are making max contract money, can't build a roster around it.
Well, it's sad and unfortunate. We'll see who becomes the next head coach of the Lakers, but it's LeBron's last year in LA, so just burn your Lakers jerseys. It's over. He's going back to Cleveland.
All right. Well, this has been the Darvin Ham Getting Fired recap. Visit TotemPoleNation.com, get some gear, support the boys. We'll be back with another episode soon. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit us up on our socials if you have any ideas about what you want us to talk about in the entirety of the sports world. Till next time, peace.